Hello, a lot of you folks might know me as Sathan on the Fantasy Ground forums. I developed the GURPS rule set, and I thought I'd make a series of videos to help explain certain features and the things you could do when playing GURPS on Fantasy Grounds. And a common question that I get is, how do I share an object to a specific player, or how do I send a modifier to a player? That's a feature that the GURPS rule set has. Um, Modifiers in particular can come in handy. Normally, if you have a group that is well experienced, it's something you'll rarely have to use because you can always just call out, give me a roll at minus yada yada. And an experienced group understands what modifiers they're having. Depending on how crunchy you want to run your game, the modifiers can add up. But if you have if you're running a demo game or if you're introducing new players, it's sometimes helpful to speed things up by being able to send a modifier directly to a specific player's modifier stack. Now, as you saw, I opened up the modifiers window, and it's a window like this. I keep my common modifiers open. Sometimes I'll have blank modifiers that I can modify on the fly. So, you know, I'll have one like this that's just blank, and I'll type something in real quick and send it if I have to. But most of the time, my common stuff is here, hit locations and so forth. Um, let's say, for instance, it's oh, the person is suffering -3 shock. Well, to send a modifier to a particular player, you grab the link box and you would drag it and drop it over onto his portrait. Simple as that. You'll get a signifier here that's similar to the Whisper, which it is. It's using the Whisper system send it, and I have the player over here, and you see that his modifier stack now has the -3. Say I want to say, not only does he have the -3, but let's say he's also kneeling for his next attack. So I'll just add another -2, and as you see, he now is -5. So I can go kneeling and shock 3. If he makes his attack roll, at that point, the modifiers will be calculated in. Um, and that particular player will get the modifier. Now, say you're wanting to make a roll for an NPC and you need to apply the modifier to yourselves. Well, you can simply double click the number, and as you see, -1 was applied directly to my modifier stack. This also works for the players if you have libraries available to the players of modifiers, or as you see here, you can if these are checked, that means that they're GM only. Unchecked ones, like I have my called locations unchecked, so the players can apply them to themselves if they wanted to by double clicking the number. The link or modifier send only works from the GM side. Now, this same principle works for almost any link or object in the game. Say you have a series of images. This is a conversion of a Rage game that I play, and my maps, I'll have a maps here, pardon my, I'll just delete all my tokens, but I also have pins here which give pictures, and say I only want one particular player to see that. I have multiple players in the game, and I only want one to see that particular thing, and I know that that's area 1, so I can grab area 1 and just send it to his portrait. That particular player will now get that picture. The other players won't. If I want to send it to all the players, I can just right click it and share. This works for items, story stuff. If you want to share a story page with them in particular for some reason, grab the link and drag it to their portrait. That can come in very handy when you only want one particular player to receive an item or be given information without having to simply use the whisper, especially if you're using a text-based game, or not text-based game, sorry, but if you're using a voice-based game where you're playing on Skype or any other voice program and you don't want to switch back and forth. It's kind of an equivalent of passing notes under the table in a way. Well, I hope this you find this helpful. I'll be including more of these videos in the future. Thank you.